Ken, this is CRT, this is TIG. Welcome. Welcome to this episode where I am going to take a look at a piece of equipment I bought for my color computer almost a year ago. I'm talking about, of course, my Coco SDC. Now, when I first bought this, I didn't really know anything about it, and so in the first video, I was just trying it out for the first time. Well, since then, has it lived up to expectations? Was it worth buying? Well, the short answer is yes, and yes, most definitely. Well, thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want, you can give me a like. You can...
Wait. That's it? That's a pretty crappy video if that's all you're gonna say. You should at least say something about what you've learned.
Fine. We'll take a look at a couple of the things that I discovered about this that really put this little box way beyond my expectations. Okay, so the first thing I am going to look at is how to get your SD card to auto boot to the Explorer program as soon as you turn your computer on. So first thing you have to do is go to, they have a copy of the programs you need on the TRS-80 Color Computer Archive, which if you don't know is located at colorcomputerarchive.com. Then you want to search for SDC Explorer. And you want to get the latest version of that, which at the time of filming this video is 1.25. Save that to your file and open that up. And there, and now right here I do have an SD card in my computer, the one that I'm going to be using. So open up your SDC Explorer. Now all the instructions on how to do this are in the readme.txt file here if you want to look at that. But what you have to do is copy that over to your SD card, and then you have to rename it. You have to rename it to SDC exp.disk.dsk. So there you go. And now you have to open up your favorite text editor, which for me is Notepad++. And you have to write a simple little one-line program, which is 0 equals SDC exp.dsk. Then you want to save that little program. That's just basically telling it to load that disk into drive 0. And you want to save it as, save it onto the SD card. And you're saving it as startup.cfg. So it's a configuration file. And there you go. That is what you need to have your SD card auto boot as soon as you put it into your computer. So let's move over to the real Coco and test that out. And here is what you should get the first time you turn this thing on. This is a first time configuration. This is brand new for this version of the Explorer. Now you've got your restore last session, which is allows you to, if you're in a certain disk, when you turn the computer off, when you turn it back on, it's going to go directly into that disk. If you don't have that checked, it'll just start you off in the main menu every time. Disable splash screen, pretty self-explanatory. Sort disk directory. Not sure what kind of sorting you can do there. Composite video for the Coco 3, so I am using composite video. Now, altered color set. Haven't really seen what that does. And background color, so you can change the background color of the display. So let's go red. And enter will save my stuff, and so it'll start in this configuration every time now. So that is the splash screen, that if you wanted to disable it. So here we are. So this is everything I've got on there. It has made its own file, configuration file of there. So now we've got 2 configuration files and the startup programs. So now let's move on to the next thing. Another really important thing for using the Coco SDC card is how to run multi-disc games on it, on real hardware. So I have got a copy of Crystal City here from Sundog Systems. Got that from my favorite place for getting my games. And as you can see, it's got 2 different discs here. One for loading, which is Crystal, and then one for all of the levels of the game. So what you want to do is we will copy the entire folder over to the SD card. Now, one thing about it is that you have to watch out for is all of your files can only be 7 letters long in their name. So you need to rename the file folder to Crystal. Open it up. Make the first disk, which is your boot disk, Crystal 1. Now we will rename the second disk Crystal 2. There we go. So you can have as many disks that you want. They just have to be all named the same thing, followed by a digit, which are in consecutive order. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now that that is done, all we have to do is take this SD card over to the real computer and show you how to load this. So as you can see, we have the Crystal directory on there. So if you go in there, we've got 2 disks, Crystal 1 and Crystal 2. Now you just want to highlight the directory, hit Shift M, and load in the crystal.bin directory. And it loads the game. Loading. There we go. And now it says insert levels disk into drive 0 and hit enter. Now that is the disk that we changed to Crystal 2. So you hit the button on the side of the Coco SDC here, and the light blinks a couple of times, and you hit enter, and you're into disk 2, ready to play the game. There we go. And that is how you load a multi-level or a multi-disc game into the Coco SDC. There. Will that do?
Yes, that will do.
Fine then. There we go. A couple of the things that I've learned about my Coco SDC over the last year. It is a piece of equipment that has far surpassed my expectations. I am so happy that I have it. It is the modern piece of equipment that I use the most with any of my retro stuff right now. It's almost used on a daily basis. So, yeah, I guess I recommend it. If you don't have one of those, it's great for a Coco 1, 2, or 3. It works like a dream, so definitely pick one up if you have one of those computers. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what you can do with the liking, the subscribing, and or the commenting below, because anything and everything you do is always greatly appreciated. But I am going to go and play some more video games on my Coco computer, so I will see you next time.